Ah, yes, the jealousy routine. A fellow comedian said to me recently that the jealousy routine that I did was the closest I'd ever got to art, which is a lovely thing, but it has that mixture of respect and malice, which is so common when comedians speak to each other. The routine was about jealousy when you're in a new relationship. And if you've ever experienced that, I think most of you have, it is a sort of insanity. It's very belittling and disgusting in many ways. And I found when I talked about it, it got faster and faster and faster, and I got slightly out of control. And I had to control the routine the way one would control a sort of meandering wild sentence with punctuation. I controlled the routine with a punctuation joke.
She gets a text message and she reads it and she doesn't let you read it as well. And they do that kind of sniggle and they go, and you know two things. One, it's filth, and two, they fucking love it, right? I was with a woman once and she got a text message. I leaned right back to read it over her shoulder. It said, "Thank you for my birthday present, ! Steve." And I thought, yeah, we all know what the fucking birthday present was, don't we? And the exclamation mark clearly meant to represent her vagina and anus.
Ha! Punctuation jokes, so rare in modern comedy. I don't know why. I blame the parentheses. Beat. Now, if you're going to talk about something like jealousy in a relationship, which is a well-trodden path as a topic, you have to say something new about it. As Alexander Pope, the 18th century poet, said, it should be what is oft said but ne'er so well expressed. And something that's often said about jealousy is that it's like a cancer, that it eats away at you. And I thought that this was a simile which did bear some serious analysis.
Jealousy is a bad thing. People say to me, jealousy, it's like cancer, isn't it? In a way, it's worse than cancer, right? Because at least with cancer, you do get some sympathy. Whereas if I go out with a mate and I say to him, I've been seeing this woman for about a week and I think she might be seeing someone else. So when she went to the toilet the other night, I went through her handbag and started reading her diary. I know he'll just look at me, right? 3 days later, he's not going to phone up and say, I was telling the gang about your jealousy and we've had a whip round. We're going to send you to Disneyland.
Now, think back to the last time you were profoundly and insanely jealous. A common figure who appears in the landscape of all your insecurity is your lover's work colleague. There's something about the work colleague that you know that they want your lover for themselves. And I think there's a particular sex act that quickly springs to mind when you think about your lover's work colleagues. The one that you know will signify the ultimate in betrayal.
She was chatting to a guy at work. I have an image of the guy at work, right? He looks like Johnny Depp. He's in a white shirt and a tie. He's leaning forward, supporting himself with his left hand on the toilet system. With his right hand, he's wanking like a gibbon. She's kneeling behind him, thrilled, honoured to be tonguing out his arse. I'm supposed to just accept that. And then that night, to compound my humiliation, she comes around my house and kisses me, so I too must dine on his filth. So,
you'll notice, of course, that as I talk about dining on the filth of the work colleague, I subliminally invite the audience to dine on the filth that I am presenting them in the routine. The sort of neo-Swiftian scatological comedy that I am serving up, I suppose, on a sort of an anus-themed lazy Susan that I spin around that they might all share in the feast. Thank you.